Pause.
Yes, you. I'm willing to bet that for your entire life, you've been told the completely wrong thing about one of the most fundamental human emotions. We've all been taught to treat sadness like it's a problem, like a sickness, something we have to get rid of as fast as possible. You know the script. The second you tell someone you're feeling down, this is what you get. I know it's well-intentioned, but it just feels so hollow, doesn't it? It's like we're all forced to be in this global play of nonstop positivity. And that performance, it creates this deep, nagging anxiety. This little voice in your head that says, if you're not happy all the time, you must be doing something wrong, that you're failing at life. But what if that whole idea is just broken? What if sadness isn't the enemy? So how do we break out of this cycle? Well, it all starts with a simple but really profound shift in how you look at it. The Western view is that sadness is a problem to be solved. But there's another path, a Japanese perspective, that sees sadness not as a bug, but as a feature, a vital, even beautiful part of the human experience. To really get this, we need to talk about a nationwide party that's thrown every single year for flowers that are about to die. I know, it sounds strange, but trust me, this is the key to everything. It's called Hanami. Every spring, millions of people gather in parks right under these beautiful cherry blossom trees. They eat, they drink, they laugh with family and friends. It's this incredibly joyful, vibrant celebration. But there's a catch. And this is where things get really interesting. See, from a practical point of view, these flowers are a terrible thing to build a national party around. They only bloom for about a week. They're incredibly fragile. And then they fall and die. So why? Why would an entire culture choose to celebrate something so imperfect? The answer is so simple and yet so profound. They don't just tolerate the fact that the blossoms are temporary. They celebrate it. They understand that the flower's fleeting nature isn't a flaw. It's the very source of their beauty. This idea actually has a name, mono no aware. It roughly translates to the pathos of things. It's that bittersweet ache you feel when you know something beautiful is ending. It's not depression or despair. It's a kind of gentle, wise sadness. Just think about a sunset. You know it's ending. You can't stop it. And that knowledge is exactly what makes the colors feel so vibrant, so precious. I mean, if the sunset lasted all day, would we even notice it? That impermanence is what makes life meaningful. It's what gives everything its flavor. So, okay, this is a beautiful philosophy, but how do we actually use it? How can this ancient idea help us when we're dealing with real loss, real change, and real heartbreak in our own lives? In the West, our reaction to loss is usually to try and freeze time. We cling to things that are over, we try to hold on so tight, and when we inevitably can't, we crash. But Mono no Aware offers a completely different way. So here's how you can put it into practice. It's a simple two-step process. First, witness it. When you feel that pang of sadness from an old photo, a song, whatever, don't push it away. Just for a moment, witness it. Let it be there. And second, validate it. Tell yourself, this hurts because it was real. This hurts because it mattered. And when you can do this, something remarkable happens. The sadness doesn't just disappear, but it transforms. It stops being this heavy weight you have to carry. Instead, it becomes this deep, rich feeling, almost like a minor chord in a beautiful song. It adds depth to your life, and it reminds you that you are truly, deeply alive. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? How do we live in a world that is always changing, always fading, without being constantly afraid of it? Here's the core of the problem. We spend so much energy trying to build stone castles, things that feel permanent, secure, and in our control. But we're living in a world that is fundamentally made of cherry blossoms. The struggle is between our desire for permanence and the beautiful reality of constant change. So maybe the goal we've been sold is just wrong. Maybe the point of life isn't this endless chase for good vibes only. Maybe the real goal is to experience the whole thing, to be deeply, truly human. And a huge, unavoidable, and beautiful part of being human is learning how to feel and learning how to say goodbye. So I'll leave you with this question. Just look around at your life right now. What is fading? A season, a job, a relationship, a chapter of your children's lives? And can you find the courage not just to accept its passing, but to love it even more fiercely, because it won't last forever?
Subscribe for daily wisdom.